Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your February 2020 tarot reading. I am Crystal, and welcome to Hattie's Hierophant. I have meditated over your cards and prayed over the shuffle, and I also asked for an image. And the image I got for you, Gemini, was a starburst, like that starburst emoji, right? So let's see what that's all about. So for the center of your read, I have the Eight of Wands. So to me, this is all about receiving a ton of downloads. If you're in sales or anything like that, business is going to start picking up. All of a sudden, if you've been stagnant, things are going to start happening. And I keep hearing 8 weeks, right? So within these 8 weeks, you can expect this, okay? So let's keep that in mind, my Gemini. In your moon energy, and your moon energy is like your subconscious or spirit working on your behalf, because spirit loves us oh so much. And here is the Temperance card in your moon energy, along with the Ace of Wands. Bravo, Gemini. And then the Ten of Pentacles. So really, spirit is really working on your behalf. For some reason, I feel like you've been feeling it. You've been feeling like this energy push and more of your direction with your family. You've been feeling like it feels a bit more balanced. Whatever like past little hiccups that you've had in your family, you're starting to feel like it's starting to get a bit more even, right? Starting to flow a little bit better. And what I like about this Ace of Wands showing up in your moon energy with the Ten of Pentacles, Gemini, if you've had a family member who you haven't been speaking to or who you haven't had that relationship with, do it now. Okay? It's almost like the synergy is just right for it to move forward or to take a direction, because it's been stagnant, it's been still, and it's been getting stale. And Gemini, do not allow it to continue to get stale, because I know you love your family, whatever that means to you, whether it's your kids, your siblings, your parents, your cousins, whatever that means to you. It no longer needs to be stagnant. Okay? I am using the Rider deck card, by the way. And in your immediate sun energy, and your sun energy is your ego. It's how you show up in the world. And I have the King of Pentacles, along with the Queen of Cups and the King of Wands. All this royalty, Gemini. I feel like obviously you are in your feelings, right? And perhaps you have some mature, I feel like that the people that we've been kind of going stagnant with, they have a certain authority within themselves, right? You may have one that is very strong-minded and very opinionated, right? And you may have another that is working all the time, and they're always super busy and all this other stuff. This is when you need to really call on that Queen of Cups to help you. If you have that family member who is always too busy to talk about it, right? Always have too much going on to talk about it. Like I said, energy-wise, things are going to start, the frequency is just going to be the right timing. And with this Queen of Cups energy, call on her, call on that energy, that loving energy, right? Because that comes with experience. It comes with understanding. And Gemini, that's what Spirit is asking. Spirit is, come understanding, come listening. not just talking, okay? Not just talking about, everything that's going on with you, but ask them, how's everything going on with you? How have you been? And it's going to start a conversation, because I feel like you really haven't, this other party, these other family members, or people you consider your family, I feel like they've almost been feeling like you really didn't care about what they were doing. You never really asked. You just kind of always came with your own narrative and your own story. And then by the time it was time for them to share, it was time to go, or you weren't interested, or it seemed like you weren't, Gemini, right? Don't come at me. So we already looked at the scenery of your read, and I'm sorry, I know I talk so fast because I get so excited. I deeply apologize. I'm trying to learn to slow down. But I have the Queen of Pentacles in your immediate present. Do we have a Capricorn or Earth energy? And I feel like you felt like that person walked out on you, abandoned you, left you out in the cold, left you emotionally bankrupt. Like they almost don't realize. They don't. And you decide to shut it down. You shut down all your emotions. And you shut down all your communication. Well, Gemini, we're going to get past that. Let's expand in your moon energy. Yeah, you were obviously disappointed. You're like, I'm going to do my own doggone thing. So you were obviously disappointed. Which, Gemini, let's face it, is kind of absurd. Because you have the things you enjoy. You're so focused on what they didn't say, what they didn't do. Not even realizing that none of these cups are broken, number one. They're just tipped over. It's small, right? But you still have these 2 cups here ready to be filled. You don't even need to have your head bowed that way, Gemini. So, because we decided to cut off all communication, it's going to take a little bit of work. So be prepared. Like, of course, yes, I said now is the time, right? Yeah, now's the time to hone in on that energy and that frequency. It is the time, but don't wait too long, Gemini, and you're gonna have to put some work in. I don't know. My dear sister of mine told me that every once in a while, you're the one that has to go kiss a little behind. And you have to know when that is. I'm just saying, Gemini. If this is you or if it's someone, their energy, I'm picking up on their energy, I don't know, but somebody needs to come and say, hey, my bad. And it so feels like family. Or even maybe a work family. It's a tight-knit group, right? I mean, you've had some good times, you've had some bad times. Yes, such is life, Gemini. So we need to start this new, and it's not new. It's new in the sense to where it's been so long, and it's new to you because you're not used to saying, I'm sorry. You're not used to listening to the whole side of the story because you're used to the one telling the story. So you have to go like the fool and act like this is the first time you've spoke to that sibling, the first time you spoke to that coworker you've worked with for the past 20 years, or go talk to that cousin, that parent, that child. We may have time in, but this is almost like starting a new relationship. And you want it so badly, Gemini. You miss it. You miss it. I can feel it. Gemini, just take that chance. Just take that chance, right? Just take it. Just take it. They're waiting for you. You will not be disappointed. You got the Star card along with the Wheel of Fortune. It's beautiful. It's like the perfect timing right now. I don't want you to wait, Gemini, because you're going to be missing out on something so glorious and beautiful. All right. So Spirit is working in your moon energy for sure. Please grab that energy. I know you feel it. Let's see what's in your sun energy. Yeah. Family, 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 family. High Priestess showed up. Right? And that's what I expanded on. You know why the High Priestess showed up? Because just like I said, you can feel it. You can feel that now is the time. You can feel like too much time has gone by. Like you don't even know why you stopped talking. Like you can't even think about like, why did I stop talking to my family member? Why did I do that? Like it's gotten silly. It has gotten silly. You have created, and I don't want to say you in general, but what has created, because what happens when we start thinking about things in our head as far as when we're upset, we never go to good. We always go to worse. And sometimes we start exaggerating so much in our head, it becomes our truth, right? And it became your truth. They did this and they did that and they did this and they did that, and all the stuff I did for them, that's how you felt. All the stuff I did for them, all the money I gave. Hope I'm not touching on anything. All the time I gave, all the gifts I gave. That's how you felt. But then we need to tap into that Queen of Cups. I want to expand on this a little bit more. Yeah. You know, perhaps, Gemini, perhaps you did give something. Perhaps you did give some money, some loans, your time, your love. Perhaps you gave something. But thank goodness you did. Look at that gift. You get to see your efforts in that family member because of you. You don't need credit because you'll be able to see it. And you can be that person right there or right there. Because they are so grateful for all of those wands. This is just not all about I've made it and what a success. This is a celebration of a job well done. And it takes a village. Okay? So once you make that offer, and all you have to do is reach out. That's it. See, that's the page. That's a phone call. Don't send no email or a text message, Gemini. You need to get on the phone and hear voice, or do face-to-face. Come meet me for coffee. Let's go out to dinner, family member. And you will get that justice. Not only justice, I feel like I need to explain that in more detail. The scales will start to be even. Because right now they're uneven because you have all your different stuffs on your scale. All your different things. They have all their different things. So it's constantly tipping. But when you make that offer of reconciliation, it will balance out. Okay? So let's expand on your immediate present. On this Queen of Pentacles. Lovely. Yep. So on that Queen of Pentacles, right? Because really, Gemini, when your whole family is doing good, you are like in an oasis. It feels like everything is just how it's supposed to be. And it's really been bothering you when you felt abandoned. It's been really bothering you. And see, the Strength card, it's not only about having strength, right? It's about the courage she needs to put her hand in the mouth of a lion. It's gentleness. It's trust. Right? It's trust, Gemini. And that's what's been making these scales tip unevenly. Because you've been believing your own stories that you've been making up in your head. I'm sorry, Gemini. Some of them are true, don't get me wrong. And some of them are good and valid. But you've been meditating on them so long that that's been becoming the story, when that's not the story. And who cares about the story? You need to care about the person, the relationship. And when you do, say yes, you won't be disappointed. All right, Gemini, that's all I have for you for February. I hope it resonated with you. I hope it makes sense. And I'll see you next month. I adore you.